They slept more than usual that last week, and you probably thought they were just tired, just resting, just having a slow few days like older dogs sometimes do. You did not know it then, but your dog was already beginning to say goodbye in the only way they knew how: quietly, slowly, and completely on their own terms. Nobody sat you down and told you what the last week looks like. Nobody handed you a guide. Nobody warned you that you were already inside it before you even realized it had started. They stopped finishing their food around day 5 or 6, and you switched the bowl, tried a new flavor, maybe warmed it up a little, because you thought it was just a preference thing. They followed you more than usual, staying closer to your feet, sitting just a little nearer to wherever you were, like they were trying to memorize the exact sound of you moving through the house. You probably thought it was sweet, maybe even laughed about it a little, told someone, "Look how clingy they are being today," not knowing that clingy was actually their version of holding on. The last walk was slower, and you pulled the leash gently, maybe got a little frustrated at how long they stopped to smell everything, not knowing they were taking it all in one final time. That moment right there, that slow walk you maybe rushed, that was them saying goodbye to every single thing they had ever loved about being alive outside with you. If you are watching this and your dog is still here, please stop what you are doing right now and go sit with them, because the week I am describing could be any week, and you deserve to know what to look for. And if your dog is already gone, and you are watching this because something pulled you here tonight, I want you to know this was made for you, and you are not alone in what you are carrying right now. There was a woman named Carol in Oregon who lost her 14-year-old golden retriever named Biscuit on a Tuesday morning in November, and she said the week before felt different, but she could not explain why. She told a pet grief counselor that Biscuit had spent the entire last Sunday just lying in every single patch of sunlight that moved across the floor, following the warmth from room to room all day long. She said she watched him do it and thought it was the most peaceful thing she had ever seen, and only later did she understand that he was spending his last good day exactly the way he wanted to spend it. The counselor told her something that stayed with her for years. Dogs do not fear the end the way humans do. They just begin to live the last part more slowly, more deliberately, more close to the things they love. Biscuit slept on Carol's feet every single night of that last week, which he had not done in years because of his arthritis, and she thought his pain must have gotten better somehow. His pain had not gotten better. He had simply decided that being close to her mattered more than the discomfort. And that is the kind of love that does not have a human word big enough to hold it. Carol said the last morning she woke up and he was looking at her face. Just looking. Not asking for food or a walk. Just looking the way he used to when she first brought him home as a puppy 15 years before. She scratched behind his ears and told him he was a good boy and went to make coffee. And by the time she came back, he was gone. And she has never once stopped asking herself if he was waiting for her to say that. He was. And I need you to hear this. He was absolutely waiting for that, and she gave it to him, and that was the last gift she will ever give him. And it was exactly enough. Dr. Barbara King at the College of William and Mary spent years studying grief in animals, and what she found completely changed the way scientists think about what dogs experience in their final days. She found that dogs show measurable changes in behavior in the days before death. Increased closeness, decreased appetite, longer sleep cycles, and what she described as a heightened awareness of their primary human bond. That heightened awareness has a name now. Researchers call it proximity-seeking behavior in terminal decline. But what it actually means in plain language is that your dog spends their last days trying to be as close to you as possible. The science is saying what every dog owner already felt in their chest but could never quite put into words. Your dog chose you. Right up until the very last moment, they kept choosing you. Alexandra Horowitz at Columbia University, who studies dog cognition more deeply than almost anyone alive today, says that dogs live more completely in the present moment than humans are even neurologically capable of doing. What that means for the last week is this. Your dog was not sad about what was coming. They were fully alive in every moment they still had, and every one of those moments included you at the center of it. They were not grieving their own ending. They were just loving you harder with whatever time was left. And that is not a small thing. That is one of the most profound things a living creature can do. Now think about your dog right now, whether they are still here or already gone. And think about the last time they followed you from room to room for no reason you could understand. Think about the last time they put their head on your leg without being asked, or turned to look back at you on a walk, or just sat quietly next to you while you were doing something completely ordinary. Those were not random moments. Every single one of those was a choice they made, a deliberate act of love from a creature who had no other agenda except to be near you. The last week has signs, and I want you to know them, not to make you afraid, but because knowing them means you can be fully present for every single one instead of rushing past them thinking there is more time.